Ancient civilizations are often celebrated for their grand achievements, technological advancements, and artistic contributions. However, these societies also practiced customs that modern perspectives find shocking or even horrifying. Understanding these darker aspects provides a more complete picture of the complexities of human history. Human sacrifice in ancient societies. Many ancient civilizations practiced human sacrifice as a way to appease gods, seek divine favor, or honor rulers in the afterlife. In ancient Egypt, this practice was particularly evident during the First Dynasty, when pharaohs were often buried alongside their servants and officials. One of the most well-documented cases is the tomb of Pharaoh Jer, which contained 318 sacrificed individuals. These sacrifices were meant to ensure the ruler had companions in the afterlife and could maintain power beyond death. Over time, this practice declined, but it reflects the extreme lengths taken to secure a pharaoh's divine status. In Phoenicia and Carthage, human sacrifice, particularly child sacrifice, was practiced as a form of devotion to deities such as Baal and Moloch. Classical authors like Plutarch and Diodorus Siculus describe these rituals in which infants were burned as offerings. Archaeological discoveries in Carthage have confirmed these accounts, revealing tophets, burial sites filled with urns containing the cremated remains of children. This suggests that the sacrifice of young lives played a significant role in religious and societal customs. Similarly, in Mesopotamia, human sacrifice was part of royal burials, as seen in the royal tombs of Ur. Servants were believed to accompany their rulers into the afterlife, initially thought to be voluntary. Brutal punishments and justice systems laws, and justice in ancient societies, often involved severe punishments that reflected strict social codes and harsh deterrents for crime. Many civilizations used brutal methods to maintain order and demonstrate their authority over criminals and enemies. In ancient Rome, punishments were often extreme and designed to serve as public warnings. Crucifixion was one of the most infamous methods of execution, primarily used for slaves, rebels, and non-citizens. Victims were nailed or tied to a wooden cross and left to die in agony, sometimes over the course of several days. Another horrific punishment was poena culiae, reserved for those guilty of parricide, killing a parent. The condemned person was sewn into a sack with live animals, including a dog, a snake, a monkey, and a rooster, before being thrown into a river. This punishment symbolized complete isolation and rejection from society. Roman justice also included damnatio ad bestias, where criminals were thrown into arenas to be mauled by wild animals as public entertainment. In ancient Egypt, punishments could be equally severe, particularly for crimes against the state or religious offenses. Archaeologists have uncovered evidence of a practice known as the Gold of Honor. Warriors would present the severed right hands of defeated enemies to the pharaoh in exchange for gold rewards. This practice served multiple purposes. It was a way to incentivize soldiers, document battlefield victories, and control enemy populations. In 2012, researchers discovered 12 severed hands buried in pits in Egypt dating back 3,500 years, providing physical proof of this brutal custom. Ancient Egyptian laws also included punishments such as flogging, mutilation, and exile, depending on the severity of the crime. Unusual medical. Medical treatments in the ancient world often involve methods that today would be considered unhygienic or dangerous. Many civilizations relied on natural remedies and superstitious beliefs rather than scientific knowledge, leading to treatments that were sometimes more harmful than beneficial. In ancient Egypt, for instance, lice infestations were a common issue. Egyptians attempted to combat this problem by shaving their heads, a practice that was widespread among both the rich and poor. However, even with these measures, lice remained persistent, and evidence of their presence has been discovered in Egyptian tombs, indicating that even the wealthiest individuals could not fully escape infestation. Another example of questionable medical practices comes from both ancient Greece and Egypt, where animal excrement played a surprising role in treatment and contraception. Greek women reportedly used crocodile dung as a contraceptive by inserting it into the vagina, believing it would prevent pregnancy. Meanwhile, Egyptian warriors applied animal dung to open wounds, possibly thinking it had healing properties or magical effects. While these practices may have been based on traditional beliefs, modern science has revealed that Such methods were more likely to cause severe infections rather than aid in healing. Bacteria and parasites in the dung could have led to life-threatening complications, making these treatments not only ineffective, but also dangerous. Social norms. Social structures in ancient civilizations were often rigid, reinforcing hierarchy and power through specific traditions and customs. In ancient Rome, the color purple was reserved exclusively for the elite, particularly the emperor. Tyrian purple, a dye extracted from sea snails, was extremely rare and expensive, symbolizing absolute power. Ordinary citizens were strictly prohibited from wearing it, ensuring that the ruling class remained distinct and reinforcing the deep social divisions of Roman society. Similarly, the Scythians, a nomadic warrior culture that thrived around 2,800 years ago, upheld their social order through elaborate burial rituals. Archaeological discoveries in Siberia have revealed tombs containing the remains of 18 sacrificed horses, likely intended to accompany their owners into the afterlife. These practices, along with their traditions of mummification and animal sacrifice, reflected their strong beliefs in the supernatural and the significance of the afterlife. Both civilizations maintained their rigid hierarchies through symbolic customs, Rome's use of color to define status, and the Scythians' elaborate funerary practices to honor the elite. Such customs reinforced power structures, ensuring that social divisions remained clear and unquestioned, shaping the identities and beliefs of these ancient societies for generations. Mysterious artifacts. Ancient discoveries continue to challenge historians and archaeologists, offering fascinating insights into early civilizations. One such finding is a 7,000-year-old clay figurine from the Arabian Gulf, which has drawn attention for its striking resemblance to modern depictions of extraterrestrials. This peculiar artifact raises intriguing questions about cultural exchanges in ancient societies and the symbolic meanings behind such representations. Similarly, Stonehenge remains a mystery, with scholars long debating its purpose. While often linked to religious or astronomical functions, recent studies propose it served as a unifying project for early Britons. The effort required to transport massive stones from as far as 500 miles suggests a significant, organized collaboration. This theory implies that Stonehenge may have functioned not only as a ceremonial site but also as a center for political and religious gatherings, reinforcing social unity among prehistoric communities. These discoveries highlight the complexity of ancient societies and their enduring mysteries. The collapse of great civilizations. Many powerful civilizations eventually faced decline, often due to a combination of environmental, economic, and military factors. One notable example is the Late Bronze Age collapse, which occurred around the 12th century BC and led to the downfall of several advanced civilizations in the Eastern Mediterranean, including the Mycenaeans and Hittites. Historians believe this widespread collapse was caused by a mix of climate change, prolonged economic instability, and devastating invasions by the mysterious Sea Peoples. As a result, societies experienced a severe breakdown, marked by the destruction of cities, loss of trade networks, and a significant decline in literacy. This period is often called a Dark Age, as it led to centuries of cultural and economic regression across the region. In conclusion, while ancient civilizations contributed greatly to human progress, they also engaged in practices that modern society would find disturbing. Ritual sacrifices, brutal justice systems, questionable medical treatments, and strict social structures all played a role in shaping these societies. Examining these aspects provides a more nuanced view of history, showing that human culture has always been complex, with both remarkable achievements and troubling customs. By studying these darker elements, we gain a deeper understanding of how societies functioned and evolved over time. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our channel. Your support is greatly appreciated. Thank you.